Okay, this is an exciting update for LEGO Pokemon. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, finally we get to hear a little bit more about LEGO Pokemon. Of course, if you're a fan of LEGO and Pokemon, you remember earlier on this year in March when yes, that little teaser trailer dropped, letting us all know that for the very first time ever, the LEGO company would be teaming up with Pokemon and they would be releasing official sets sometime in 2026. Well, fast forward now to the month of September. Holy moly, it's kind of crazy how fast that snuck up on us. But we now have an exciting update as to what we can expect, or some of the things that we can expect come 2026. Now, it's not all good news. I'm very curious to hear what you guys think in the comment section below about this one. Also, I'm going to share a quick tip here, especially if you're not like a big LEGO collector, something that you definitely need to get done before 2026 hits if you are a Pokemon fan, because you're going to regret not doing so. Now, of course, before we dive into the actual news, don't forget, guys, smash that thumbs up button. Also, let me know down in the comment section below, what is your favorite Pokemon? With that in mind, let's get into the news. Okay, so let's kick things off with some of the information that we already knew. So when the announcement came together back in March, just a few weeks after that, we already got a confirmation of one of the set numbers, which is 72151, which seems very appropriate because, of course, the original Pokemon were 151. So it's kind of cool that the actual set number is 151. But we also found out the price point, which was $59.99 in the United States. Of course, adjust that accordingly to whatever currency you live in. And then in addition to that, we got a piece count, which was 587 pieces. That's all exciting. Very cool. We all thought that that would be kind of the main set that we would get, or at least would be the first one that would launch. Well, now let's go ahead and fast forward to today, and we've learned about two other sets. And all I have to say is that I really hope you've got a lot of Poké Dollars saved, because holy moly, there's some really pricey stuff coming down the line. First and foremost, we found out about set number 72152, which will be a $199.99, so $200 US price point. It will have 2,050 pieces, so that is definitely a really nice piece count, at least to go with the much higher price point. And then, of course, the big one, the giant one, was set number 72153. This one is going to retail for $650, which is absolutely bonkers. And it will have over 6,000 pieces, the total of which is actually 6,838 pieces. So holy, that is going to be an absolutely giant set. Now, besides the piece count, the price points, and the actual numbers of the sets, there's another interesting detail that has been revealed with this particular lineup, and that is that every set is going to be rated 18+, which is interesting because that means that these are probably going to lean towards more of the collector side of things, which makes me think that most, if not all, of these sets will probably be focused on the original Pokemon, the original 151, aka the Kanto region, just because I feel like that is the generation that is kind of like the oldest, and so therefore would be targeted with this particular release. I have a feeling like we can safely guess that at least one of these sets will involve Pikachu, because after all, the teaser trailer involved Pikachu, and then I feel like, you know, with Pikachu being the mascot of Pokemon, it's kind of a no-brainer that at least one of these is going to be Pikachu. It'll be crazy if the $650 set is a life-size Pikachu build. That would be absolutely bonkers. I low-key hope that is not the case, because I'm really hopeful that at least one of these three sets is going to end up being a minifigure scale set, meaning that it would actually include some minifigs of like maybe iconic trainers like Ash, Misty, Brock. That would be really cool. That's my kind of like, you know, fingers crossed, hoping that it actually does happen, because I would be honestly a little bit bummed out if all of these end up being brick built sets. I could certainly see them being the case. Like, let's say we could get like a life-size Pikachu, maybe a life-size Pokeball, and then maybe the life-size build, or like a good build of the three starters from the Kanto region. Like, that could literally be our entire set lineup right there. I'm hopeful that I'm wrong, just in the sense that I would really love to see some minifigure scaled stuff, but I guess we'll see as we get closer to the official release. Now, one other thing that I did mention earlier in the video about a tip, especially for people who are not LEGO collectors, if you're a Pokemon collector and you're excited about the LEGO collab, one thing that you definitely want to do is sign up to be a LEGO Insider. The reason why you want to do that is because A, it's free, B, it allows you to collect points on the LEGO store every time you make a purchase, so that is awesome. But most importantly, we have found out that the release for these sets is going to be rolled out in 2 ways. The first of which will be the early release on February 27th of 2026 to LEGO Insiders. Those are the people that will be able to pre-order these sets early. And then there will be a general release on March 1st, which is going to be Pokemon Day, aka the anniversary year for Pokemon, with the 30th year anniversary. So that's why you definitely want to make sure that you have a LEGO Insiders account ready to go when you want to go ahead and purchase, or more importantly, pre-purchase, aka pre-order these sets in release for 2026. Now, another thing that I have to mention is that we also seem to have indication that this drop will have a gift with purchase set. It is going to be set number 40892. It is also rated 18 plus, so maybe this ends up being a Pokeball build or something like that to go along with that ridiculously expensive $650 set. But the thing that I do want to mention for people that don't know what a gift with purchase is, essentially it's a LEGO freebie that they give you, particularly with a lot of their really expensive sets. They tend to include another way to kind of like incentivize you to purchase the set directly from the LEGO store itself. Now, keep in mind, these gift with purchase sets are almost always limited edition and are while supplies last. And considering how popular LEGO is and how popular Pokemon is, I don't expect these to last very long. So again, another reason to make sure you're signed up for LEGO Insiders, so that you make sure that you'll give yourself as good of a chance as possible to get this gift with purchase set. And listen, another nice thing about the gift with purchase sets is that oftentimes, if you are someone who only wants the main set and is not interested in the gift with purchase set, it's a good way to kind of like sell off that one to make up some of the money that you spent on the original set. So especially if this one ends up being really, really collectible, it might actually be able to offset the purchase price quite a bit. There's another thing that I want all LEGO fans to be prepared for, and that is the possibility of LEGO including a trading card in this set. If that happens, I just want you guys to all be prepared for the idea that it might be a very, very long time before any of us manage to get this set at retail, just because with how hot the Pokemon trading card market is right now, I feel like people are going to go bananas trying to get these sets, especially if there's a trading card included. On one hand, I thought that was a really great idea. Like, I remember back in March, I pitched that idea. I was like, hey, it'd be so cool if LEGO actually got like a promo Pikachu card made out of brick builds with like a holographic design and it was included in the set. That would be such a cool idea. Now, since then, the Pokemon trading card market has gone off the rails and has boomed like crazy. Like, you basically cannot find Pokemon cards right now. So I just want us as LEGO fans to be mentally prepared that this might be one of the most, if not the single most difficult collaboration to get at launch. So just prepare yourselves that this is probably, in spite of the fact that these sets are so expensive, is probably going to be an excruciatingly difficult set of sets to add to our collection. Regardless though, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I personally am still extremely excited to see what these sets turn out to be. Let me know which sets you're hoping to see from this particular collaboration. In addition to that, of course, guys, consider sharing this video with a fellow LEGO or Pokemon fan that would gain some useful info from today's video. I will keep you guys all up to date when the news continues to drop for this particular collaboration, because it is by far the #1 thing outside of LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight that I am most excited for in 2026 in terms of collabs and merch and all that kind of stuff. So I am extremely excited to see what they actually do with this one, especially because, again, it's also the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So it's going to be a really cool celebration, hopefully, of everything and anything Pokemon next year. Of course, like I mentioned at the top of the video, if you guys do enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a like. I'll hopefully catch you guys here on the next one. Y'all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. See y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.